Every once in a while, we just have to stop and say, wow, at the achievements of our island neighbors. How many of you have actually seen 300 baseball games? Not just on TV. We're talking live and up close. How many of you have won 300 as a coach? There we go. Hilton Head Prep baseball coach Chris Wells just passed that remarkable milestone in March. It's tough to catch up with a guy that busy. We've cornered him for a couple of minutes. Coach, congratulations. What does 300 wins mean to you?
Well, thank you. It means I'm an old man, I think.
I don't think so.
I moved to Hilton Head back in '97 and started coaching before I got here, and then got my first head job in the fall of '98. So spring of '99 got started and won a few games that year, and have been blessed to have been coaching in the Lowcountry for a long time, and have seen a lot of great players and had a lot of good teams, and it's a passion of mine. It certainly was a memorable day. The players and the coaches had a few surprises for me. My family showed up, so it was a special day at the ballpark last week.
That's good stuff. Many of those wins at Hilton Head High. Then you took a couple of years off, at least from the high school level, and now you're back in your third season at Prep. Have kids changed all that much from when you talked about when you started coaching to where they are now? The kids themselves.
Yeah, a little. There's some subtle changes. There's some little differences, but teenage boys are a lot like they were during our generations and our parents' generation. So there's a lot of the same connections you have to do. Sometimes the language and the words and the slang change a little bit, but it's still a people game. You got to connect with them. You got to understand what makes them tick, and how to guide them and how to motivate them. Still a big part of it. The inside the lines, once the game starts, is the fun part, but the preparation and the push and the drive and how you can connect with them is still the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to get into next. There's the game management stuff and the individual skills of coaching, but talk philosophy for a moment. So much is available now to kids. What do you do to try to motivate them to do their best? And that probably is different for every kid.
Well, for me, it starts with just showing them you care. That you have their best interest at heart. And once you can connect with them that way, they'll run through a wall for you. And it's like anything else. We use the game of baseball to teach these young men to show up on time, and when they're there, to work hard. And that on the front of their jersey they're representing our school, and on the back of their jersey they're representing their family, and that stands for something that means something. And if you approach it with that at heart, you're going to do good things.
How many hundred more?
We got a game this afternoon. I'm working on one more.
Let's do it one at a time.
The only way you can get there is to take one at a time. You start looking too far ahead, you get distracted. So we're going to try to play a solid game this afternoon.
Is this a special bunch?
It really is.
Yeah.
It's got a real family atmosphere, a real fun group. The coaching staff just enjoy showing up every day and and living a little vicariously through these young men and trying to motivate and organize them. The family atmosphere starts at the school. We've got great leadership in the building, and it just kind of carries over to the athletic fields. So we're just trying to kind of emulate that the best we can. And we've got 5 seniors on this group that kind of lead the way for us. There's certainly, you can't win games without talent either, but there's a lot of heart and a lot of hustle with these guys, and it just makes it fun.
Looking forward to watching them. Thanks so much. 300 game winner, Chris Wells of Hilton Head Prep. We also want to thank Laurie Spencer, Charlie Clark, and Steve Wilmot for making us smarter, and thanks to you for taking the time to check us out on the Hilton Head News. We'll be checking you out around our island home this week.